What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude Podcast.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
This is episode 45, season 2, and I'm your host, California Cal. I have to say, I'm not one of those Californians. I come from like that, representing the cool old school California shit, like, you know what I'm saying? Riding your motorcycle, fucking going surfing, eating some bomb-ass food, chilling out, having a tan. You know what I mean? The classic California lifestyle. It's that California lifestyle that I live. So, you guys, I should say this show, it exists because it's here to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the context and perspectives that we have in life. And we're here to have fun and just make it fucking funny and valuable all at the same time. And by valuable, I don't mean cheap. I mean it has value, as in it's valuable, right? Like, I don't get where people, I guess I get it. You know how like people would be like, oh, great value, family but value, whatever. Like that started to mean cheap, but that's not what we mean by value. When we create value, it's a positive impact, and it's the acknowledgement of somebody's greatness. So that was what I aim to do today in this episode. This is a very, very, very important episode, you guys. You know what I mean? Like I said, like, this is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
So with that being said, I have a very, 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 very special interview for you guys today.
Damn, dude.
Very special. Muy especial. You guys are gonna love this episode. I had to record it on my phone. I did capture some video, but because this man is always around the world and changing and impacting the lives of people everywhere nonstop, you guys gotta fucking just, I'm telling this is some of the realest shit you can hear. We make a lot of sense out of a lot of different shit. And Sebastian's perspective, we have the world-class Sebastian Hernandez, and his perspective is the one that is a major one that a lot of us need and we're seeking. A lot of us have this desire to help and be better and do great and experience greatness. And Sebastian is one of these people who helps you extract that out of yourself, because the way he listens and the questions that he asks in response are ones that are just absolutely mind-blowing and life-changing. So I had the amazing opportunity to sit down with my brother today and go the fuck in, you guys. We went the fuck in. There's like out. We went in. That was lame. No, but we get into some of the deepest shit that like truly men need to have these conversations. Women need to have these conversations. Couples need to be having these conversations. This is a prime example of what it looks like to live your life to the fullest. Sebastian exhibits this in all ways. What it means to truly live a life that you love. To truly live a life that you love. He is one of the best examples of that you will find around. And I hit him from a bunch of different angles with all sorts of different questions. And it was just magical, dude. Magical. Like, I'm going to be listening back to this one a few times because it's that fucking good. So without further ado, you guys, like I said, this is the Damn Dude Podcast, season 2, episode 45. That makes 145 episodes. Is a very special episode. Again, also for those of you guys who listened to the last episode, episode 44, Sebastian is the one who led the Kambo ceremony and all this. So without further ado, let's just fucking jump right into this interview because this is legendary shit. Like I said before, we create timeless classics here, and that's what we're here to do. So I promise you, this shit's good. All right, you guys, enjoy. Much love.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
All right. Dope. Okay, what up, Sebastian?
What up, brother? What up, man?
How are you, bro?
Hey, pal. Good, man. Good.
Good. Welcome. Fucking thank you for doing this today. Appreciate it. It's fucking dope to see you, bro. Fuck. I just want to have a fucking conversation and like bring the gold out of you, you know? So I guess by like how we want to get that, like first just kind of introduce yourself again. What are you up to again? What's new in the world of you since the last time?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, we've seen you.
So first and foremost, thank you for having me and thank you for making the time to create this, right? This is usually a come and go, and I get an opportunity to see very select, gets a few people, and it happens to be we are able to make time to create this. So thank you for making time to do this, and also just yesterday getting an opportunity to surf with you. It was fucking awesome. Dude. Like,
That was amazing.
That was incredible. So I wanted to start off with that. What's new? So currently we're on tour. So my ceremony partner and I, Sapporo, and myself, we're on a Tantra Awakening tour. And so this is a ceremony where we get to share the dynamics of the masculine and the feminine energy and how it plays out. And we all have it, regardless of our gender. Right? Whether you're a man or you're a woman, we both experience masculine and feminine energy. So really sharing on that, sharing around consent and the power of consent and how juicy and sexy it is to have full consent. Yeah, like it's making consent cool again, because now it's like you have full authority to explore, to really engage from a consent, from a both equally wanting to explore sensually, explore that energy, that sexual tension, that magnetism that's created through the polarities, right, of that masculine and feminine energy. So sharing a lot about that, sharing different ways of create intimacy without having to get to sexual penetration, right? And I think that's also really cool, because look, man, let's face it. If you learned how to be able to create multiple orgasms and you were able to experience multiple orgasms without having to actually penetrate, would you be up for it? Because in the actual penetration is where we expose ourselves to unplanned pregnancies, where we expose ourselves to STDs, where we expose ourselves to a lot. And not to say that only through penetration can we expose ourselves to these let's say STDs, right? But it reduces that, right? It reduces that. And so therefore now we're sharing ways of exploring sensuality without having to get to sexual penetration, and really being able to engage with it and teaching it from a perspective of healing, using sensual energy to heal the body, right? Not to shame it and to make it this lustful thing that now we have to go hide from it and avoid any type of conversation about it. It's bringing that taboo into the light as an education system to be able to identify, wow, we can really use this to elevate our vitality, to elevate our creativity, to elevate our energy, to elevate. Right? And then it's also sharing, well, what do you mean by elevate? Well, we use the chakra system. And so we share about the chakra system. We talk about how in order for you to really have that powerful sexual energy where it's safe, you have to first have a grounded root, and rooted in who you are. Like truly, who are you? What is your core basis, your foundation, your belief systems? What is your ways of processing information? What are your values? How do you relate to the world? Do you feel safe? Is the world a safe place for you? Or is the world a dangerous, scary place? And this all falls into the root. How is our root chakra right now? Is our root fully grounded in knowing that there is nothing that can knock me because I am fully grounded and centered in who I am and what I am creating, what I'm standing for, regardless of what anybody else has to say about that?
Wow, bro, that's dope. You just said so much. There's so much like that's so fucking powerful. Like, on so many levels. I'm like, like, fuck, dude. First of all, the way that you described the whole, how you described exploring in your sexual energy and orgasms and stuff like that without penetration, and as a means of like safe sex almost.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's mind blowing. I've never heard of or thought of that in that light. Like, to me, it's been something that's like, I guess that puts the reality to what the purpose of the work would be. Does that make sense? Like, yeah. I'm not like, with no disrespect, you know, I'm just like, that was my like, I can only understand what I understand, you know?
Yeah, of course.
So like, yeah, no, that's fascinating, dude. Like, that's so fascinating. And it's interesting because that's really tapping into the power of like being a human to like, in this ancient ass sort of way, you know what I mean? Like, that's pretty phenomenal, dude. And like, to bring a lot of these ancient practices back into modern day time, I think there's a huge miscommunication between modern day people and what all this stuff actually means. So that's like, I try and make it my point to like be the mediator of these two worlds, where it's like, all right, here's common sense and what's literal and what's factual, and then here's, at the same time, you're just gonna have to have some belief or have some sort of context or understanding to be able to have this make sense for you in a way that works, you know? Because a lot of people are open to, you know, like being Catholic or this and that, and there's a lot of like just belief and faith that's beyond what you can prove or anything. Like, people are like, science. Well, when it comes to this, I just believe it. It's like, well, hold on. Like, what about everything in between, you know? And I think like, if we apply, like, I don't know, if you start thinking in how people openly accept meditation and yoga now, even that was taboo like 10 years ago, like, people are now open to accepting that. So this is like bringing the next layer to that, the next level to that. So I think that's really dope. And then how you talk about being rooted, that's like what we were talking about last time, and I shared on the last episode. And by the way, for the people listening, Sebastian was the one who led the Kambo ceremony. It was amazing, by the way. But so yeah, but no, that's just, it's beautiful how like you're able to bring and articulate all this stuff in, like, literally like ancient knowledge from plants and thousands of old like tribes people and stuff like this, like, and come and articulate it to modern day people. It's like, that is what I think like the work of God. Like, you're doing that, you know what I mean? Like, and it's so beautiful and so powerful because we each have our specialty when we really tap into it and we try. And it's like, you're somebody who keeps continuously tapping into new specialties and new layers of yourself, and you keep molding yourself with new things and staying curious. And I think that's what makes you so fascinating, is because like, even though you could come from a place of knowing everything, like, we could have a conversation and you could just answer something that would make sense about every fucking topic I could think of. But you come from this place of like, well, what about this? Or what about that? Or how come this and how come that? And I think that's part of ancient understandings. I think that's coming from a mindset of God and heaven and light, and being a soldier and warrior for what's right, and fighting for the light by putting that out in front and communicating that for people, no matter what the fuck people think. And you're going to just keep doing that, and you stay curious, and staying curious is to stay creating. And I was just listening to the Ed Milet podcast earlier, and he was talking about like imagination. When we were kids, we spend the majority of our time just imagining. And at what point, it's like it gets less and less and less and less. And at what point do we just stop, and is our life just writing the same fucking chapter over and over, to where like your own grandkids don't want to read that shit? You know, like, how can we live in a way that's fascinating and stays fresh and curious? And I think that's like an ancient understanding, is to just be able to be a person who lives curiously. So I think that's so fucking cool, bro. And that's why I trust whatever you do, because you're not just curious and just willy-nilly about it. Like, you go all the way. Like, you throw your hat over the fence. You literally throw your keys up on the rock, and you're like, I don't know if I can get up there, but my keys are up there, and we're not getting home if we're not getting up there. And I'm like, motherfucker, I can't get up there. Like, that's you in real life. And that's dope, bro, because if you think about it, it's like, what, like, how I see this too is like, what was Moses doing? He was just fucking out curious, exploring and learning new shit, and be like, yo, this is what I fucking learned from the fucking ocean and this plant and this, and he's just curious, and it's like, that's why he's so cool, you know? So, bro, like, I guess that kind of just leads me to asking, like, so for the Kambo, a lot of people are curious about this Kambo ceremony and what it is and what it does, and a lot of people, and even I was thinking this, is I'm going to hallucinate and I'm going to have some visions and this and that. And I kind of wanted that in a small way, but at the same time, I'm not, like, whatever, you know, what shows up, shows up. So in your experience and as a teacher and an administrator of it, what is it and what does it do and what is the purpose and why do you take it on to fucking hire pirates to get into a country and do all this extra shit? To really go the extra mile, like, what is the power that you see in it that heals, that compels you to do this and share it?
Beautiful question. Thank you. Kambo. My first experience with Kambo was in 2017, in July 2017. And that was I had heard of it before, and I had heard of it as this medicine from a frog that healed the body. And I was like, all right, that's cool. But then being in Peru and actually getting to see the frog for the first time, and then getting to see the process, getting to see the humbleness of the teacher, that was really what, because he no technology, no nothing, just his connection with the frog. It's not like he has access to Google to go find out, like, oh, what are all the benefits of God? No, this is just him connected with an animal that he got visions that he's supposed to work with. Like, there is just something intuitively magical about that. That is just like, before Kambo was like, oh, the thing to do, these people were already doing it, and they didn't have all of the knowledge and the wisdom of like, oh, and this is what it's, no. They were divinely guided to like, this is what's gonna do. And
what does that mean in layman terms, divinely guided? How would you explain that to somebody who doesn't necessarily believe in
divinely guided is like a coincidence. It's like a coincidence that's just too much of a coincidence. It's like, whoa, like, hold up.
I like that. Okay, cool.
Right?
Perfect.
Like, for example, ayahuasca. The fact that they discovered that two plants, when you mix them together, would create the perfect remedy to create this hallucinogen that would connect you to spirit is like, wait, who told you that out of all of the freaking plants that exist, that this one and this one, and if you do it this way specifically for this amount of hours, it's going to produce this effect? So that's what I mean by that divinely guided, where it's like spirit, the same plants, the energy, people that are connected to the magic that Pachamama has to offer, that Gaia has to offer, and they're connected to that language, to what I talk in my book, the universal language. When you can connect to the universal language, it doesn't matter how you communicate. There is just a knowing of communication happening. Yeah. Whether it's through symbols, so long story short, that connection that this maestro had with that Kambo was what inspired me. And I was like, whoa, how do you know? How do you connect? And then seeing the benefits of it from my own personal standpoint. So my experience with it was...
What is it real quick? Just explain it.
Yes, so it's a frog. And so Kambo is an Amazonian tree frog that's usually found in the Amazon. And what it does, it's you take its secretions, which is considered a poison, and that poison goes into the bloodstream. So there's a portal that gets open, or an opening, yes, using a specific branch, a specific vine that's taken out of, as well as the Amazon, to be able to create that portal. Once that portal or opening is created, then you put the poison in, and the poison immediately goes into your body. And within 5 seconds, your immune system, your nervous system, and your blood system are all getting resetted. right? And so the reason it's getting resetted, or the reason it gets resetted, is it's introducing this poison, and the body goes into alarm, into shock, into, all right, what is this? And so now immediately the defense system of your own body starts to magnify. And as it magnifies and magnifies, your body starts to try to kill off this disease. But while it's doing that, it's training your body to increase its immune system, its defenses. Therefore, when bacteria does come in, your body is now stronger to be able to kill that bacteria off. And so when this whole COVID thing happened, I was like, I don't need your vaccine. I got my vaccine. My vaccine is the one directly from the jungle, right? That's my vaccine. And there was actually a moment where I remember getting COVID. Well, I don't know if I did, because my results came out negative. But I went into this state of high fever, of extreme body ache, and no matter how much I try to get warm, my body would just not do it. And so I literally had to put myself under a blanket, I remember, and then like start breathing. And I remember praying to Kambo. I'm like, Kambo, what the fuck, dude? Like, yo, I thought you're supposed to like keep me immune to everything. Like, what's going on? Right? And so immediately I just started going to my ceremony of Kambo, because that's the thing. It's understanding that Kambo is more than just that moment of burning and going through that sensation. No, once you've connected with Kambo, you have the spirit of the animal with you. You have that stamina, that strength. It's in you now, right? It's like ayahuasca. Once you've drank ayahuasca, you will always have that ayahuasca in your blood.
Dude, and you have, sorry to interrupt real quick, but with that being, like, it's kind of like I've noticed, at least with ayahuasca, and I'm kind of seeing this now with Kambo, is like, you become a part of this family that's like deeper than just like, oh, we have something in common. It's like, you have this understanding and I have this understanding, and we understand that we don't necessarily understand each other's, but that's what there is to understand, and we're all on our own journey. And like, I don't know. I feel like it builds this web of relationship. I don't know, or connectedness or something.
Yeah, and I would say it's not the fact that you did it. It's the fact that that spirit is now in you.
There you go. Okay, yeah, absolutely.
Right?
Like you recognize, like you can.
It's not even between recognize. Is the Kambo itself, right? And so it's like it's about like once it's in your system, it's your body knows it. It recognizes it, right? Same thing with the ayahuasca, because they're plant medicines, or they're spirits, right? And so like when we talk about ayahuasca, oh, it's just a drink. No, it has an actual spirit to it. It has an essence to it, right? And it depends on the context in which the shaman is creating it, whether you're in Peru and it's a grandmother spirit, or you're in Colombia and it's grandfather spirit. Same medicine, different prayer, different energies, different spirits, but they have the spirit. Same thing with Kambo. Kambo has a spirit. And so it's understanding that you can invoke that magic of the Kambo. And that's what helps activate. So I'm going through this activation. I'm like, Kambo, like, what's going on? And then all of a sudden, my body just goes into the state of just relaxation. The next morning, I wake up and I'm like, all right, time to do Kambo. And immediately I went and I get my own ceremony, and I ended up doing 6 dots all across my chest. And as soon as I was done with that, I went, took a cold shower. By the end of I think 2 days later, I went to go take the COVID test, and I came out negative. Right? All my symptoms were gone. Everything was gone.
Damn.
Right? And so being able to get clear, like, hey, look, this is my vaccine. And so it's, again, that level of belief in this. It's, if I'm going to carry this medicine, it's because I truly believe in my medicine.
Yeah.
Right? And I believe in the maestro that gave me access to this medicine. Right? And what he shared with me in his testimonies of what he's been able to create. Right? And so my own testimony when it comes to stamina, when it comes to strength, right? And like yesterday surfing, like that was so cool. Like I realized, I'm like, man, I thought I had good stamina. This is kicking my butt. But at the end of the day, it's like, but I kept going and I kept going and I kept going and I enjoyed it. And it was like, that's what I'm talking about. Like there's this sense of like having the ability to keep going, and the more you connect with that Kambo energy, it really increases your immune system on so many different levels.
Yeah. Wow. Dude, that's fascinating. So then can people just wherever like hire you guys to come and host ceremonies or lead ceremonies or do healing events or anything, or like are you kind of set on your trip or on your journey and people kind of have to just catch you where
No. So that's a great question. So I would say that a lot of this tour is about just getting ourselves out there, and it's like having people actually experience what we're creating, right? And experience that way there's more of a connection to what we're doing, right? But eventually we offer these opportunities to, if somebody wants to have us go out to their city, then it's like we have a set rate for that. And it's like now it becomes a collaboration, right? Where now we're working together to really create a transformational event. We're using what we have and then the power of the host. Because I feel like the host plays a huge role in it as well.
The host as in somebody who can like host the space to...
Correct.
For it?
Yeah, correct.
Gotcha.
Right? Because that's also very important.
What would somebody need to host? What would they need to...
A safe space. Really, that's really what it is. A safe space. A safe, comfortable space that can be harmonized as a sacred container.
Wow. I can only imagine too, like the effect that'll have on your home or house or something after, it's like you show up to a church or a meditation centers and there's just something like, you don't have to say anything. You just like, you feel it. You're like, wow, there's some magic in here, like there's some love in here, like clearly, that's really cool, bro. Like, so where can people find you to, like, if they want to set that up? Because, bro, I got a lot of people asking me, I want to do that. I'm scared to go to the jungle. I'm scared to go here. Like, is there somebody local? Is there somebody who's in the States, this and that? And I'm like there is, nobody I would trust to recommend, like that. So I'm just like, you got to talk to my friend Sebastian. That's that's my answer. I'm like, bro, I don't know. Talk to Sebastian. So, so like, I feel like you are the man to talk to if people want to go deeper into fucking themselves, their lives, and practice with plant medicines and heal and get rid of all this shit and clear the energy in them. And, where do people find you to do that? Just
man. So you can either go to my ceremony partner's website, and that's a lot of the Tantra work, and that's zippora.co, and that's ZIPPORAH.co. And or you can go to my Instagram. You can actually directly message me through Instagram at Ignite with Sebastian. And or you can just visit our website, my website, which is also Ignite with Sebastian. And then from there, just directly communicate with me, and I'll be gladly to have a conversation. There's also opportunities to book a call with me, and we can actually have and go deeper.
Bro, fuck yeah. Thank you for doing that. For the people who are listening, like, you guys need to take advantage of this. Like I've said in previous episodes and stuff, it's like talking to Sebastian is a you're lucky to catch any of your time. So to have people be able to direct message you is a fucking blessing and can change so many people's lives. And like, that's why I keep like bugging you every time. I don't care what it sounds like if we're using a phone to record this or what. Like, I need to get some shit out of you. So, because people need to know how to find access to this sort of shit, like that's awesome. So, let me see what time is it real quick. I'm gonna reset the camera real quick. We can just fucking keep rolling. Okay.
We're at 2 minutes.
Oh, okay, cool. I was just gonna realize this timer has a thing on it. So, so we're cool. So where are you headed next? We're in San Diego right now. You guys just hosted a weekend ceremony and retreat, which was fucking amazing. I've seen the stuff people were saying about it, and they're just like, holy fuck, like, this is so cool. So where are you guys headed next?
Yeah, so from here we head out to San Francisco. So we actually head out today. She'll be there afternoon, evening. And getting ready for tomorrow. So tomorrow we have our first...
Wait, you said San Francisco?
Yeah, San Francisco.
Okay.
So we'll be in San Francisco, and then tomorrow we'll be doing our Taste of Tantra, which is the introduction to the Tantra Awakening experience.
Okay, people are going to be hearing this on Thursday, which is tomorrow.
So that means... So tomorrow we'll be having the Taste of Tantra, which is the 2 hour...
So let's say today.
So today. Let's say today. All right, so today we're going to be having the Taste of Tantra, and that is a 2-hour introductory to the full experience that's going to be happening on Friday, which is the actual the Tantra Awakening experience.
Okay, what's the latest people can get in on this?
For the Taste of Tantra?
For any of it. Yeah.
Yes, so if you guys are interested, please go ahead and go to the website Zipporah.co and go to the bottom where it says register, and you have till, for the Taste of Tantra, you have till 2 p.m. today. And for the event on Friday, you have till 4 p.m. Friday to close out for the Tantra Awakening experience, and that is a full 6-hour, full blown out experience where you get to fully embody your sexual energy through all the different chakra systems.
Okay, sick. So make sure you guys fucking go check that out, because we have listeners in San Francisco and San Jose and just kind of the Bay Area in general. So that's awesome. Fucking cool, bro. There was a couple of things I just wanted to jot it down. Just I wanted to run through with you real quick. So just real quick, just kind of bullet points, what, just say what comes up for you, what these mean to you.
Okay.
What does family mean to you?
Foundation.
That's dope. What do people mean to you?
Different, unique journeys.
That's sick. What does love mean to you?
The ultimate expression.
Dope. What does it mean to be connected to somebody?
Allowing yourself to be vulnerable.
Whoa. Damn, that's fucking sick, dude. What does personal responsibility mean to you?
Responsible for everything and nothing that happens in my kingdom.
Wow. That's fucking sick. What does friendship mean to you?
The opportunity to rely on somebody.
What's the difference between family and friend?
What's the difference between family and friend?
Yeah.
What's the difference between family and friend? That family is stuck with you no matter what.
What about friends who become family? Can friends become family?
Family and friends that you can't. You're stuck. It's friends and family. Those friends that become family are those friends that you're willing to stick it out no matter how bad it gets. It's a full commitment to I'm committed to your journey for the long haul.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
On the good terms and bad terms.
Yeah. I like that. It's you could have a complete fucking meltdown and go through fucking whatever, and it's cool, bro, we're gonna get through this. Taking that stand where it's nah, fuck this guy. It's not like that. It's no, I believe in you enough that whatever you're gonna go through, even if you're at a low or a medium or a high, or you're not doing shit, or you're in a rut or whatever, it's I still believe in you.
Yeah,
that's cool. And gonna keep fucking going,
that's it. It's people that that stand for you.
Fuck yeah. No, that's tight. What does it... This is something that I would struggle with, is I want to help as many people as possible, and my means of doing so, I charge a fee for it. I charge a fee for my services. How are you... how do you interpret that? How is that okay, or why is it okay? Or what makes it okay to be able to charge for something that kind of comes from nature? It's for me, my skill of teaching babies, it's something that kind of, it's I don't have to source anything necessarily so much, And I guess some people consider plants like that, and people are well, fruit should be free, It's well, there's work involved. So how do you interpret that?
Yeah, you're paying for the skill. You're paying for all of the investment it took to be able to have that skill. Right? And so it's there's, I love this metaphor, or I don't know, this anecdote of this ship that broke down. The engine broke down, and all the engineers couldn't figure it out. So they called this one specific mechanic. And he goes into the ship, grabs his hammer, walks around, taps 1, 2, and then hits, bah! And then boof, the whole boat works. And then he leaves. Next day he leaves an invoice for about $10,000. And the guy is like, what? How are you going to charge me $10,000? You literally came in here and like within 5 minutes you fixed it. Is like, and so he goes, I want an invoice, or I want a description of what you're actually charging me for. And he goes, perfect. The hammer, $50. Knowing where to hit with the hammer, $9,995. Or no, 9,950. Right?
Or not 50, 9,900.
No, because the hammer was 50.
Oh, 50, you're right. Sorry. I'm bad. But yeah.
Right? And so it's that skill set. And so, for example, for me going to Peru, there was a cost for me to go to Peru. For me to actually hire the people that I had to hire and put my life at risk, there was a price to that. For me to then have to go into the jungle and then go into that, spend the night, and then get the training, there was a cost to that. And then having to go back and then pay for the resources and then be able to provide for the people that were there for providing that experience, there was a cost for that. And so all of that cost comes up. And then on top of that is the skill set, the courage to even want to do that. And so this is where value comes from, your ability to identify, what is this worth to me? What is the cost to me to be able to do this? Right? And then how much do I want to be able to really see the value in what I can provide, but at least cover cost. Right? Yeah. And so being able to look at it from that point, but then also identifying that money is just one way of an exchange. Right. It's understanding that there's 5 ways of exchange. There is the energy exchange. Simply being around certain people alone is a freaking exchange of value. Right? Then there is time. Spending time with people or changing time for something, right? That's an exchange. Then there is a service. You can be doing a service for somebody. That's a form of an exchange. Then there's a product. You can actually have a product. And then lastly, you have money. And now the thing is, we're only taught that with money we can get these things.
Wow.
But when you understand that these other 4 things can also be equally exchanged, you don't have to only rely on money. Then now we understand the barter system. Wow. That the barter system is an exchange. What you're exchanging is up to you, and you have 5 things to exchange. Exchange your energy, exchange your time, exchange a service, exchange a product, and lastly, exchange money.
Wow. Dude, that's fucking amazing, bro. That makes so much sense. Like, fuck, dude. I just see so many, like, scenarios flashing through my head, and, like, I don't know, dude. I realized that kind of film, what just popped up for me is I feel like that explains why, like, I don't know, like, why I do shit the way I do. Like, a lot of times I like to exchange these other values rather than money, and it's like, wait a minute, this is very valuable currency. Like, holy shit, you know? And it just really wakes that up in me, and like, damn, you know, your energy, what you have to offer, your product, all of that, it's absolutely a currency, and it has a value. You know, and like, I don't know. That's pretty sick, dude. That's fucking cool. And then quickly, what's a book you would recommend? What's one of your favorite books?
One of my favorite books. Actually, you know what's a book that I keep going back to, and I feel like it's just such a great reminder? It's Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill.
That book is fucking crazy.
I feel like that book is just so crucial and like really helping us understand the dynamic of the positive and the dark. Not being attached to either or, but understanding the balance of that, and then opportunity to really engage and not drifting. So I think it's a really powerful book, and Napoleon Hill does a really great job. And it's the fact that it was only published in 2012, yet he wrote it back in 1930s. Yeah. Like, that to me just blows my mind. It's like, if in 2012 was like the whole Maya calendar thing, like when the world was going to end, this is like, oh, great, perfect, Outwitting the Devil. Right? And so I just thought like that book was so incredible. So I think that's a book I highly recommend.
Fuck yeah, same. Dude, that's an amazing, it's so like, underrated, I guess, is that book is phenomenal. That's fucking sick. What's a song you would recommend? What's one of your favorite songs that you listen to? It could be anything. That's a hard question. I don't know.
Man, you see, the thing is, I don't even know the name of the songs. All right, I know what song. Love the life. Oh, how does it go? Love the life I live. Oh man, now I'm gonna hold it. I got it. And it's by Jason French.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I don't know the exact title though. That's a good song.
Okay. I can't find it. Oh man.
There's a Jason French song, Love the Life You Live. I'm sure that'll find it if you search that. Yeah. Something like that.
Love the life. Man, I need to. You see, it always throws me off because it's like I love my life, but how is it? Is I love the life you live the life you love. So I always get that confused. Is it love the life you live, or is it live the life you love?
All right, well, we'll find it. We'll post a link to it.
There you go.
I have people do music homework lately. Like every episode is like, here's a cool song that like a lot of people haven't heard. Like just
okay.
So I'm just trying to put in like whatever. Like, and I like that you picked like a song that's a little more low key and it's not like everybody knows it. You know? Like,
no, Annie's from San Diego.
Yeah, fuck it. Shout out to Jason French. What up, dude? It's been a minute. Yeah, no, that's cool, bro. I like that. That's fucking sick. So a lot of
Life You Love by D'Amato.
There you go.
All right, that's the one. Life You Love. And it's on Spotify. Jason French or Jason D'Amato.
I said this world, it should never depict you as someone else, and you should never pick.
That's the song right there.
Yeah. We don't own the rights to that song, but that's the homie, so I'm sure you don't give a fuck. You're probably stoked for sharing it. So. Hell yeah. No, it's cool. Thanks for looking that up. And then I guess like a lot of people understand that a lot of the shit they've learned in life, they've been lied to about or have like this fixed perspective or like they realize they're waking up to something and people are like, I'm on a journey, and you know, it's like some people they fully resonate with that and other people are like, nah, that's some weird shit, like what's really going on? Like, so how do I like to just sum it up as like, I think you're waking up to your higher self. You're kind of on a spiritual journey. You're on a spiritual path. You're waking up to life and different realizations about the way you think and view and perceive and contextualize life. So like, what's your advice or what would you say about somebody starting off where they're starting to just realize all these things? Like, hold on a minute, like it's something, there's something out there, there's something bigger calling me, there's more to life. Like what?
Yeah. Like, and I think that's the best thing, it's answer the call.
Damn, that's fucking sick.
Answer the call, man. What that means is you have to take the leap. You have to take the leap. This is where I get to put my little plug in.
Yes, I was gonna say your book.
Yes, my book. So it's called It Takes a Leap. Yep. And that's really what it is. And so in the book is this gentleman or this tribe kid named Manu, where he is visited by a warrior that goes into their village. And this warrior was just in his own world doing his own thing, and he went into barter, and Manu sees him and was so surprised and asked him, like, who are you? Like, how do you roam around so freely? And the warrior said, you need to know 3 things. You need to know who you are, you need to know what your purpose is, and you then need to know what your value is. And then you'll be free. And on that path, Manu takes off. And so the book goes on this whole journey where it encompasses mysticism, but it also encompasses business. It also encompasses nonprofit. It also encompasses leadership. It also encompasses self-discovery, right? And even a bit of romance, right? So to be able to add that to the mix. So I think it's a good book to help people engage with a different perspective and maybe be open to the miracle that the universe really has to offer.
Wow, that's dope. I like that. Something I always, the biggest thing that stands out for me, and it's weird because I'm sure it wasn't even supposed to be, I mean, I'm sure it was a powerful thing, but like the punch that it delivered me was like when they encounter the snake and it's like, it's like, fuck it, you know, I forget if he says run or kill it, but then he's like, no, like, this is our homie, you know, like, in other words, but like, that, like, cause I'm fucking terrified of dogs. And so I'm out on all these hiking trails and like dogs come up and bro, I see a snake, I see a fat snake that's far more dangerous than the dog. And I'm like, oh man, like, I'm cool, bro. Like, but it's funny because that message just like, it hits so deep for me. Like there's not a lot of things that just like terrify me, but like certain dogs when they're aggressive or whatever, that just shakes me to my core. And like riding passenger in the car with certain people, those are like the two most terrifying things to me, like in all of life. So like that's been a good teacher for me. Like, holy fuck, dude, like you can interpret anything that's scary as, you know what, how can I make this my friend? How can I do this? So the other thing that it makes me think is that story about you? Are you Manu?
No, but there is a lot of things that happen in my life that I were inspired to share that more dramatically in the book.
Bro, because what my brain kept going in and out of was like, is this him? Is he just like telling the story? And I'm just like, it's so cool. I don't know. I've never had a book like pull my brain in that contrast where it's like just back and forth in that sort of way. Particularly, it's cool. So everybody should go get the book. You can find it on Amazon. You can find it on,
or even on my website.
That's probably better. Yeah, fuck that. Go to the website. It's ignitewithsebastian.com.
Yes.
Okay. So make sure you guys do that. And then also go follow We Clean Planet on Instagram. That's the nonprofit that you have that cleans the fucking planet around the world. Say something on that real quick.
Yeah. So more than cleaning the planet, the whole purpose is empowering community leaders to beautify their communities, right? And that can look like cleaning, that can look like harvesting, that could look like planting trees, that could look like adding graffiti that gives culture to the community. Right. And so it's inviting the community to every time elevate more as a community, unifying it more as a community. Right. To really be able to create a sustainable community with a sustainable planet. Right. And so it's how do we do that? Let's start by just beautifying our community. Right. And coming together. And that doesn't mean that you have to do it only through our foundation. Right. Or through our nonprofit. It's any organization that's out there in the world that's doing something to beautify their communities. Then we unite forces on our campaign, which is Clean Planet Day, which is held the last Saturday of every month. And the invitation is to go out and give your service, right, to the planet, whatever that looks like. And then hashtag Clean Planet Day, the day we come together to make sure that the planet is clean.
Fuck yeah. No, dude, I love that. That's so cool. I want to say too, just to add to that, when I went out to Peru, it was like I had the Clean Planet hat on, and it was like a fucking safety beacon. Like I was out there and people were just like, hey, Clean Planet. And all of a sudden I had like 20 friends and I was like, whoa, like this is sick. And then I'm in the back of the moto taxi and it's like, and he's showing me, oh, this is where we have Clean Planet going on. This is where we have Clean Planet. This is what's next here. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious, bro? Like, he's taking me to the craziest places. Like, this used to be like trash and like, you know, and I'm like, he's like, now we got a punching bag and a swing and a this. And I'm like, wow, bro. Like, this is amazing because not only is the park clean, but I can, like, as a freaking like seemingly white guy tourist out there not speaking Spanish, like, it gave me a fucking safe park to hang out. It gave me safe places to go. It gave me like, You know what I mean? Like, it gave me the safe thing. And like, when people saw me and Jose having the same matching hats, they're like, this guy's somebody special too. And it was like, we were cruising around and I was like a part of the team already, you know? Like, when I had gone out without it and without that, it was a whole different experience. Like, you know, granted, I learned different shit and whatever, but like, just the way that the outward the community outwardly like treated me, you know? It was a safety beacon. That hat is like, the message, the reason the hat is so special is because the message and the point, you know? And like, so that's fucking cool, bro. Like, that's phenomenal. So
that's awesome, dude. I love when you share that, because it's humbling to know that like the message is getting across, and more importantly that there's community leaders. Really, it's like emphasizing on the community leader. Like, it wasn't me, it was them that was taking you out through there, and like emphasizing like, really, there is leaders out there willing to make a difference. And when we can start bringing limelight to that and start supporting them, man, the magic that they can create in their own communities. Because this isn't about us going into people's communities. No, this is about us empowering the leaders already in the communities.
Fuck yeah.
Right? Like Veronica. So you got to meet her on Sunday. Veronica. So she's been leading a project called Clean Planet Playdate. And so she has all of it is focused around children. And teaching kids how to recycle, teaching kids not to throw the trash on the streets, teaching them the impact it has on the animals, and sharing with them, and then having them understand the power of separating their trash, organic, inorganic, right? And for them, and these are kids anywhere from 5 to 12 years old. Right. And so for her to share that on Sunday, that almost where the park where she goes, it's now fully cleaned all the time. Now they're taking it to another community. Wow. Right. And so it's things like that. They're just like, wow, like this is freaking powerful that community leaders are given the limelight to step up and like really be celebrated.
Dude, that's so cool. It's like, because you create the space for them to be able to do that. Like, what I've realized is a lot of people, they want to do these things, but they don't know how or where to start. And it's like, we'd be like, oh, just start with picking up trash. But it's like, that's not enough to like fire somebody up. You know, a lot of times it's like, you'll do that for a day or here or there. And it's kind of like, okay, that was cool, but you know, and it's like, and then you kind of gets lost. So like, I think it's cool that when you put people in a position of leadership, and they're empowered, and you create a platform for them to be able to use their own greatness. That's like the best one human can do for another human is to like provide, like to be able to put them in a space of greatness to be themselves to the fullest, you know? And like, that's one thing that I appreciate about your friendship is like, when we go out to do different activities and stuff, it's like, you look at it from this angle of respecting my gifts and skills and talents, and you put me on this, not necessarily platform or pedestal, but you create this space for me to do that and to lead where I am good at leading. And then at the same time, it's like, you understand that I'm open to learning too, and I don't know everything about what is going on, you know? So it's like, it creates this cool balance of back and forth where it's like, as men, we can share openly and give guidance and take instruction at the same time. It's like, if there's something that I know, it's like, I'm like, Sebastian, try this. You know, it's like, you don't have to listen to me, but I'm going to fucking try to say it because I want you to have the best experience that you can in whatever we're up to, you know? And then I see you do the same for me. And it's like, I kind of love the idea of, like, when we went out surfing yesterday, I was kind of in this context of like, I'm going to lead this ceremony of traveling out to the water and experiencing this beautiful moment. And it kind of put this different like twist on it where it's like, yo, like,
I just took off.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly what I wanted though. You see what I'm saying? Because what I've done is given you a space and skills enough of what I know to go take off. That's what I want. I don't want you to need my instruction. Yeah. I want you to be able to go and have all these little things that I've taught you, and I've learned the hard way, to stick. It's like, here's where to hit the hammer. Just go hit it there every time, and it'll just keep working. You know, like in these circumstances, it might not, but this, you know, like whatever. So that's the goal, is to get you up and going on your own, the same way that you don't lead ceremonies to say, oh, I led X amount of people. You do it so each person can be empowered to lead themselves and rise up and be better than they were and to be the best version of themselves. So it's like, I feel like we all have the ability to start tapping into this power and leading our own ceremonies, so to say, and kind of like mixing that with modern times and modern technology. And it's like, what is it that you're a master of that, like, if you saw somebody doing it wrong, you could confidently go up and speak about it without demeaning anybody, without humiliating anybody, without inflating your ego or anything like that, you know? Like, so I think that is that whole idea is something that you're very skilled at and good at, and it basically empowering people. And like, when you can empower people to empower people, like, look at the chain reaction. Like, look at all the people that we know in common that, like, it's so, like, just random, you know what I mean? Like, the range of people we know, like, we know gangsters, we know business people, we know professionals, we know fucking everything. The whole range of people. And it's like, oh yeah, I forgot we know that guy, you know? Like, and it's like that, and it's like, but that's so cool to see the circles of influence that we have. And it's like, we can travel to different places and be like, damn, this is what my boy's been doing. Like, this is amazing, you know? And it's like, if you guys can show up to different places and you know how to surf this much better and whatever, it's like, you can now influence this many kids, and that's me giving you that, and you giving them that, and them giving them that, and then they're going to teach their kids to teach their kids, and it's just like this infectious chain of goodness, you know? And like, I think that's what we need to keep doing, and having these conversations that fucking, like, open that up, you know what I mean?
I agree.
I want to make sure you guys are still gonna time. We're like getting there, huh? Oops. 10:42. Okay, you still good?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, 10:42. Okay. Okay. One last thing. Yeah, is there anything you want to say about that? Or?
Yeah, no, that's the art of paying it forward.
Paying it forward.
That's really what it is. That's the art of paying it forward, right? Where you get to, they say it's wise he who plants a tree knowing he will never get the fruits of his labor. Right? And inside of that, that's really what you're doing when you get to empower others, where you get to plant that seed in others that you're going to be fucking great. And maybe you're the only person in their life that has ever said that to them.
Wow. Bro. Wow.
I'm just gonna, like, oof.
That's beautiful. That just hit me deep. You know, I think that's how I see you as a whole. Is you are the person that does that continuously, everywhere, naturally. Like, that's your gift, is to give the answers to people in this way that no other person can say it to them. And that's why I always want people to talk to you, because you spark that. And it's like, whoever is listening to this podcast is fortunate enough to have your information to reach out to you. You're tripping if you don't, because it's so important to talk to you, because that is your, like, natural ability, and that's what connects everybody around you. That everybody's so diverse, but when we come around you, we kind of all have a common conversation. We're not talking about sports, we're not talking about this, that, all this extra shit. It's like, we're talking about what matters and what's real. And that's what every person around you does. And it's no coincidence, and it's not that they're so great. They are, but it's because that's what you bring, that's who you are and what you bring out. And that's why I'm like, you gotta talk to Sebastian, you gotta hear what he has to say. It's like, you say these things that just, like, are fucking like flaming arrows that just stick into people. And to you, it's just so casual, it just makes sense to you. But, like, to other people, it's absolutely mind-blowing. So I that's just, it's so beautiful about you, dude. Like, that's the coolest thing, you know?
Thank you, man. Thank you, dude.
Bro,
Thank
like,
you for that.
I love that about you, dude. That's so dope. I constantly think about that. Like, I'm so... another thing I'm scared of is talking to people. Having conversations. That's, like, one of the top fears for me. So, like, I think about that, and I'm like, this is deeper than a conversation. This is, like, somebody's life at stake. Like, you know? Like, what's up with you? What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. You know? Like, learning to ask the right questions that matter. So...
I like that. It's one of the conversations. Sometimes people's life is at stake.
Yeah.
And that's very true. And you just never know who's literally hanging by a thread.
Dude.
And they have the biggest fucking smile.
Mm-hmm.
And you would never know it.
Bro, absolutely, man. And that's the thing, is we all have the opportunity to be the one. Like, to be the one that makes a fucking difference. And it's so small. You don't have to do anything dramatic. Just fucking share, you know? Last little question. This one's for myself. And then we'll fucking wrap this up here. I feel like through the last fucking 10 years, I've done so much healing and inner work and stuff with myself that I've lost the chip on my shoulder. And that chip on my shoulder was what drove me to go hard in business and drove me to earn in different ways and to create things in different capacities. I've since had a bunch of crazy shit go down in life to where it's kind of putting a new chip on my shoulder, which was good. I wanted my chip back. I lost it. I'm like, I'm just cool with fucking anything. The world won't let me die. I know where fruit trees are at. Like, fuck it. Like, I'm good, bro. Like, I can work with my hands. I can instruct people to do, like, I'm good, bro. It doesn't fucking matter. But there's way more to life, and I have a way bigger purpose than that. So I'm realizing with all this shit and drama that I've gone through, it was cool. And it's putting a chip on my shoulder to fucking work and strive harder. So, like, how do I shape that chip responsibly? Like, how do I take that and use it to the best of my abilities? Because it's just kind of like a retest in life of, you know, a different version of the same problem again.
Yeah.
So how do I navigate that responsibly, taking on a chip on my shoulder and using it to the best of my abilities?
Starting with the end in mind.
Ooh.
A lot of times we're not clear on what we're doing it for, but because we're in survival mode, we just feel like we need to do anything. And in doing anything, then if we're not fortunate, we get good at that.
Whoa, at not doing anything.
No, at doing that thing that we weren't really meant to be doing. That wasn't the end in mind. That's just what we needed to do to survive.
Wow. Holy shit.
And so it becomes our go-to to survive, but it's not really our aligned path. And so let's take the case that falls down, then in survival mode, we go to the next best thing and try to make it through that. Or if making it the next best thing. When we can go back to zero, that's the time to identify your core. That's the time to identify your values. That's the time to identify, what do I actually want to do? If I really could have it my way, even if I don't ever get a chance to actually do it, the mere fact of being on that journey is enough to fulfill my purpose.
Wow.
It's not about the destination. It's about knowing there is a destination. And it's your created destination. And therefore, it's like I had mentioned, you get a GPS and you put, this is where I want. That's the final destination. Now, the GPS knows where you're going. Now you just have to enjoy the ride. Enjoy the now. And know that everything that happens, it's part of the process. For what? To get to that. Yeah. But you need to know what that is. Because if you don't know what that is, then when it gets hard, it gets real hard because you have no context to why you're even going through this hardship. But if I know that that's where I'm going and all of a sudden I'm through a hardship, I have the context. Oh, I guess, well, this is what I need to be learning to get to that. But I'm still going there. And I'm not going to let the circumstance stop me from getting there. So start with the end in mind.
Love it, dude. Love it, bro. That's fucking perfect. I think we're probably out of time here, too.
Yes, sir.
Bro, that was beautiful. Thank you, man. Oh, our camera died, too. All good. Fuck
Dude,
yeah, bro. Thank
man.
you, dude. No, thank you. That was fucking awesome, bro. Again, Ignite with Sebastian, at Ignite with Sebastian, at We Clean Planet. What other websites do we need? Go get the book. It Takes a Leap. What else am I missing?
That's it. That's
okay,
it.
Yeah. Appreciate it, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you so much for that.
Fuck yeah. Thank you.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy, and your friend and favorite farmer. Finger fucking, finger dicking, ducking, chucking, picking, plucking, finger dogging, finger frogging, Farmer Fred. And I gotta tell you, this was an amazing episode of this here Dude podcast. I ain't gotta tell you if you already been told. You guys be beautiful and break the mold. Have a beautiful evening, y'all. Much love. Peace.
Yes, to
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.
Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. This was absolutely amazing. I think this is going to help a lot. I know this is going to help a lot of people. So be sure you guys share this out. Be sure to tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell your family, to tell your best friends, cousins, uncles, plumbers, best friends, neighbors, falcon trainers, boyfriends, best friends, soulmates, twin flame, dog trainer about the show, because it needs to go around and that person specifically needs to hear this. It's for them. This could change your life. This could save your life. You know, you could be the one that really helps somebody and makes a fucking difference in their life. And sometimes all it takes is just sharing other people's tools. That's all we're creating here is tools. This is our roadmap that we've laid out and we're laying out, and we're going to keep fucking going. So let's go, you guys. Let's do this. Make sure you guys go follow him. Yeah, love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.